Hello and welcome to Craft Ontario. I'm Jennifer Smith-Windsor, the artist of Security Blanket. The Security Blanket series started 5 years ago in response to the question, what does it mean to be safe and secure? It looks at two notions of security, the security of the home, represented by handmade doilies, and the security of the state, represented by the military blankets. These two notions of security are brought together on a physical and conceptual level with intricate patterning on the surface created by hand embroidery stitches. The series seemed relevant 5 years ago, but after having lived under the threat of COVID-19 for the last year, I think it even has more significance. The series consists of 8 military army blankets from Australia, Canada, Germany, Switzerland, America, Russia, the United Kingdom, and Italy. I used 176 handmade doilies, many meters of handmade lace, and even more meters of embroidery flosses. The blankets were purchased online. The doilies were acquired at flea markets and as gifts, and the embroidery flosses were purchased at a local craft store. This blanket from Australia is from 1944. Old textiles and clothing give me constant inspiration. I love their blemishes and their marks because it speaks to their history. I read a fascinating article about the secondhand clothing trade in 19th century Europe. And in the article, it refers to the repairers of clothing, referring to wrinkles in the sleeves of a garment as memories. I love this idea that these flaws, these blemishes, are memories. They're not something to be covered up or removed, but instead to be memorialized. In this blanket from Germany, I drew attention to the imperfect by circling an area of wear using red thread with backstitch. And of course, there's no masking of the fact that there was a sign of wear in the center of the blanket. There are hundreds of embroidery stitches, but for this series I chose the most basic of stitches, very functional stitches, because I felt that they complemented the utilitarian aspect of the blankets. I used straight stitch or running stitch, cross stitch, back stitch, and of course blanket stitch. Creatively, it really challenged me as well, using this very small repertoire of stitches. So I really played with the patterning, the different combinations of stitches, different stitch lengths. I wrapped the threads. So it was a lot of fun to play with these different stitches. This blanket from America is in a classic army khaki, and I chose colors of threads to complement the blanket. So in this one, I used a light green and a dark green. The black, of course, is prominent on all the blankets, and a cream to echo the color of the doilies. This blanket is from Russia. I love the vibrant blue and the black. I used for all the blankets 3 plies of the 6-strand thread. Anything finer, I felt the thread would just disappear in the denseness of the pile of the blanket. Here again, you can see that I've indicated the transition from the handmade lace to a stitched patterning using a red thread. This blanket is from the UK. And the seller said that it belonged to his father, who was a doctor, and it was a military issue from a hospital. I think his father must have kept it with him throughout his life, perhaps even in a nursing home. When I was preparing it, I realized that there's embroidered the name Stan. That is the beauty of secondhand textiles. There is history in the threads. In this blanket from Italy, there's a mark of a different kind, which is a blob of green paint. So I really think that's, it's fun to find these things in these secondhand textiles. Security Blanket is on at Craft Ontario until April 24th. The gallery is open Tuesday to Saturday from 12 till 6, and there will be a reception where I will be present on April 18th from 1 o'clock until 5. I hope that you can come.